of dreams. Historic Jackson Square, and people singing. Singing such as the town had never heard before in all its eventful life. The singers came in all sizes and shapes, and their dress was just as varied, but their kinship was deep, and its bond was song. Kind of a pleasant change, isn't it? A group of people gathered not to shout, but to sing, to make harmony, not war. Yes, no doubt about it, one inalienable right left to free men is the right to sing, and these men are making the most of it. New Orleans may be the birthplace of jazz, but for one June week in 1971, Dixieland gave way to barbershop. For this was the 33rd annual convention of the Society for the Preservation and Encouragement of Barbershop Quartet Singing in America. From near and far they came, barbershoppers and their families. Come on, get unpacked and upstairs to the registration area where things are really hopping. What to do first? Which line to get in? Registration, special events tickets, barbershopper's shop, where to eat, how to get there. What a rush! Once the record early registration was out of the way, things settled down to more or less normal. Time to roam the corridors of the headquarters hotel and do what barbershoppers like to do best, sing. But convention time is talk time, too. A place to get together with friends, old and new. And there was lots to discuss, for they were in New Orleans to hear the 45 best quartets in the country and the 15 best choruses.
She won't marry me. Now she's the mother of our happy family. But why do they always say no? When they know they mean yes all the time, all the time. Yes, yes, all the time. Oh, listen to the music of the carousel, the tingle-ling-a-lingle of the ice cream bell, the splishing and the splashing at a moonlight swim, the roaring of the waves when you're surfing in. June, July, and August play a symphony under the skies above. Happy summer sounds, the summer sounds, the paddle of floating down the river, 'cause it's moonlight now in Dixie. Cruising down the river, 'cause it's moonlight in Dixie. Down south in Dixieland, gee, but it's simply grand. Moonlight in Dixie, Dixieland. Oh boy, what a time, cross the Mason-Dixon line. Alexander's band is back in Dixieland. Here comes ragtime Alexander, Dixie's famous band commander. No more worry, no more blues. Everybody run along and get your dancing shoes. When it comes to sync up ovation. That's the best band in creation. Oh boy, what a time. Cross the Mason-Dixon line. Alexander's band is back in Dixieland.
Winners of the chorus contest from Dundalk, Maryland, 134 strong, under the direction of Freddie King, the Chorus of the Chesapeake.
Walk in with your baby mine. When the shadows start to creep and the birds are all asleep, that's when you'll see somebody and me walking right through a quiet little lane, through a field of sugar cane. It may not be rosy, still it's nice and cozy. I mean it. What a wonderful feeling, more than I can explain. When I'm walking with my sweet lad down among the sugar cane, oh yes, if the moon comes a stealing, I will never complain. When I'm walking with my sweet lad down among the sugar cane, little stars are winking down to us from above. We know what they're thinking while we're making love. They're jealous, there'll be bundles of kisses, more than I can explain. When I'm walking with my sweet lad down among the sugar cane, little stars are winking down to us from above. We know what they're thinking while we're making love. They're jealous, there'll be bundles of kisses, more than I can explain. When I'm walking with my sweet lad down among the sugar, down among the sugar, down among the sugar cane, the sugar cane.
A great presentation by the 1971 champions. Not to be outdone, however, were last year's champs from Livingston, New Jersey, with a hilarious spoof of chorus competitions and what could happen.
The entire chorus to a man, ladies and gentlemen, is in place and ready to perform for you and for the judges. You know, many of the men have not even had a chance to eat or drink all day because of the excitement. And here they are from Sober City, Oklahoma, under the direction of Ab Stainer, the Sober Tones of Harmony.
Gee, but I give the world to see that old gang of
good fun, but every convention has its serious side as well. For the convention is not only a place to showcase the finest quartets and choruses in the country, but it's also the site of business meetings, the most important of which is the annual meeting of the International Board of Directors. Prominent at the board meeting, and just about everywhere else, were the checkered jackets of the Indianapolis delegation as they put in a spirited bid for the 1975 International Convention. Little wonder they were successful. Another colorful spectacle at the 1971 convention was the area set aside for the district displays. This year they were finer than ever, the object of considerable interest by conventioners. This was especially true of the Ontario entry, which comprised a shooting surface of imitation ice, hockey nets, and a goalie. The idea was to try your luck at $1 a shot to see if you could score a goal. All proceeds went to the Society's service project, the Institute of Logopedics. But when the judges had tallied up their scores, the winning entry came from the Northeastern District. If there was lots to see inside the headquarters hotel, there was even more to see on the outside. For certainly, New Orleans is one of the most exciting cities in America. A few steps from the hotel, and you're on historic Canal Street. The streetcar named Desire has become the St. Charles Avenue trolley, but the French Quarter is still there, and that's where the action is. The French Quarter, the Casbah of North America, where the cultures of France, Spain, and the Old South combine to bewitch tourist and native alike. The Vieux Carré, the French called it, a 70-block segment of history which still casts its spell over all who visit. Little wonder it was the first place barbershoppers and their wives chose to go, and the place where they spent most of their daylight hours before contest sessions began. Many nights were spent in the French Quarter, too, and once darkness fell, oh my, what a difference. Not too many suntans acquired in New Orleans, unless they came from neon lights. Wallets may have been low, but spirits were high. Even the cherished bastion of Dixieland was stormed by harmonizers, and in a fight to the finish between these two forms of Native American music, even Dixieland surrendered to the full-blown four-part barbershop chord. Pete Fountains was the headquarters for most of the fun. The Sold Right Out sign was on the door for 4 consecutive nights, as barbershoppers and their wives lived it up in one of the most famous places on all of Bourbon Street. And never did Pete and his boys fail to give the barbershoppers a chance to do their thing. It was the good old songs to a good old beat, and the joint was really jumping. Another highlight of the convention was the Mardi Gras Ball, put on especially for the barbershoppers and their wives. The command performance was everything expected, and flash bulbs popped in mass profusion as those in attendance paid their tribute to one of the most colorful of spectacles. The costumes were stunning, with each new tableau even more spectacular than the last. And still they came, and still the wonder grew. Finally, the triumphant fanfares and the entrance of the King and Queen. The King, the Queen, and their court. Pageantry personified. Barbershop royalty as well. International President Ralph Ribble, Executive Director Barry Best, and their wives were presented to their majesties. But as the song says, the masquerade is over, and the stage is left to the 45 finest quartets in the country, vying for the coveted honor of 1971 International Champion. Nothing was left to chance. Quartets were on hand early to test the stage of the New Orleans Municipal Auditorium prior to the first contest session. Even the banging of hammers and the shouts of stagehands failed to deter the determined foursomes bent on getting in their stage warm-up. Soon, the warm-ups were for real. It's backstage on contest night. This is the last time you got a chance to run through the songs without judges in the pit. Make the most of it. Discuss that intro. Clown it up a bit. Anything to fill the time until you make the walk to the warm-up room the last singing stop before on stage. The last few words of advice from the coach. Remember that catch breath before the tag. Okay, you're on your own from here. All set to go. 6 months of rehearsing for 6 minutes on stage. And away we go. Walk on, sing, walk off. From the rumble seat Raiders to the personal touch. 45 of the finest quartets in the country, and how the audience loved them. Champions all. Yet there can only be one eventual champion. So the eliminations begin. First to 20, and then to 10. Yes, only 10 can make it to the finals. The finals, the culmination of a great week of singing. Bus upon bus pulls up in front of the auditorium. This is one night you can't afford to be late. No one wants to miss a note of the finals performance. The judges are there early also. The talk is casual, but they feel the pressure too. For backstage are 10 quartets, the 40 men whose hard work and many sacrifices have brought them to this, the very peak of their barbershop careers. The odds are 1 in 10, and to the victor go the medals. The rivalry is keen, but there's always time for a helping hand to a competitor in need. Relaxation is hard to come by, yet some manage it. But hurry up, guys, for it's on stage for the Far Westerners.
Fire Brigade, lemonade, kerosene lamps, fisticuff champs. Do you remember when? Remember when? Way back in 1910, the world was beautiful then. Yes, sir, the Cracker Barrel, the Nickelodeon, the Corner Pharmacy, and Barbershop Harmony, all a part of my heart in 1910. Star-spangled spectacles and newfangled vehicles, the hurly-burly of the hurdy-gurdy, parasols and china dolls, brass spittoons and macaroons. Way back in 1910, the world was happier than down Lover's Lane. And John L. Sullivan, Tom Edison's gramophone, Alexander's telephone. What a wonderful year was 1910, 1910. And there was cinnamon gum and derby hats, stocking cravats, knickerbockers, hot dog hawkers, gold watch chains and circus trains. Back in 1910, the world was whimsical then. The Monday washboard, the wooden Indian, the mail order catalogs, yelling kids and barking dogs. That's the way that it was in 1910. Remember when? And all a part of my heart in 19. Do you remember? Well, I remember 1910.
What a sound. No wonder they finished in the medals for the first time. And just ahead of them, in 4th place, the Pacific Airs.
Heading for a jubilee, come with me down to old Alabama. Goodbye, blues. Birdies are singing, everything is in tune. So goodbye, lonesome blues. Nothing but laughter, morning and afternoon. Now I've been dreaming dreams each day. My dream is of that sunshine far away. Hello, hello, joy. Troubles are over, I'll be in clover soon. I'm Alabama bound, there'll be no heebie-jeebies hanging round. Just gave the meanest ticket man on earth all I'm worth, to slip my tootsies in an upper berth. I'm just a lucky hound to have someone to put my arms around. That's why I'm shouting so the world will know. Here I go, heading for old Alabama and the Jubilee to see Mr. Jones when he rattles them bones. Oh, Colonel Brown, fooling round like a clown. Miss Virginia, who is past 83, get her, she's shouting, I'm full of pep. Bung, 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 one-legged Joe dancing round on his toe. Threw away his crutch and hollered, let her go. Oh, honey, hail, hail, the gang will be there for the Alabama Jubilee. Just hear that choo-choo sound. I know that soon we're gonna cover the ground. And then I'll shout it so the world will know. All aboard, now here I go. I'm Alabama Jubilee, Alabama Jubilee, Jubilee bound.
Backstage and in the finals after a year out of competition are the Golden Staters. Wonder how they'll sound with their new lead. The answer, just great, and a third-place finish.
What has she got that the others have not? It must be that look in her eyes. Nancy's the girl who puts the flappers to shame. She really beats them at their own game. When she walks by, how the fellas all sigh. All they can say is, oh me and oh my. Nancy's the sort who makes the traffic stop short. Beep beep and makes policemen miss their report. What has she got that the others have not? It must be that look in her eyes. Pretty eyes, winsome smile, cute little nose, tiny ears, dimpled cheeks, red as a rose. Her laugh is like 1,000 little babbling brooks. So you see, I hardly even care if she cooks. Nancy's got looks that you've got to admire. When she's around, even icemen perspire. Cute little girl, so discreet and petite. She could charm Satan right off of his feet. Nancy's the girl who makes the tiger seem tame. To make her mad is like playing with flame. What has she got that the others have not? It must be that look in her eyes. Must be that look in her eyes.
The Sundowners, second place last year and out to do their best to win it all in 1971. Let's go, men, and give it everything you've got.
How the people did shout at a meeting down in Georgia land. A camp meeting took place by the great human race way down in Georgia. There were men large and small, and lean, fat and tall at that great Georgia meeting. When church was out, all the sisters did shout. They were so happy. But the young folks were tired and wished to be inspired, so they hired a big brass band. Da-da-dum-dum, boy, that brass band really knew how to play. Pretty music, so gay, so gay, hats were all thrown away. I really thought those foolish people their necks would break when they laughing and talking and went to walking for a big chocolate cake. The old sisters raced, and when they first heard that band way down in Georgia, how the preacher did rare and the deacons did stare at those young people prancing. Music so sweet that nobody could eat. They were so happy. So the church folks agreed it was not a sinful deed, and they joined in with the rest. Dum-dum when that band of people began to play. Pretty music so gay, hats are all thrown away, away. I really thought those foolish people their necks would break when they quit laughing and talking and went to walking for a big chocolate cake. The old sisters raced, and when they first heard that band at a meeting down in Georgia, meeting down in dear old Georgia.
The Sundowners, second place again for a fine quartet. Look at your program. Who's left? And if you think the tension's great in the audience, here's what it looks like backstage. Hold your breath. Here's International President Ralph Ribble as he takes the final slip of paper from Judging Chairman Howard Messiker.
Our new champions, the gentleman's agreement.
A new champion crowned, the Gentleman's Agreement from Detroit and Monroe, Michigan. What better way to end a convention, the crowning of a champion?
Ring, ring, ring the bells. It's been a year or two, I said goodbye to you. 'Twas sad to leave my home. That's all behind me, now I'm on the train, and never again will I roam. Ring out the bells in Dixieland, 'cause I'm coming home today. A traveling man, I'm here to tell you so. Just why I stayed away from Dixie, I'll never know. So ring out the bell of Dixieland, tell her the gentleman is on his way. Start cooking those black-eyed peas for me. A plate full of grits, what a sight to see. I'll hit the Mason-Dixon line about 3. So ring, ring, ring the bells down in Dixieland. Ring out the bells in Dixieland. I'm coming home to stay. We'll celebrate, start tuning up the band. Can't wait for that conductor man to call Dixieland. Dixie, you know I'm coming home to you, and never want again to roam. Cook up a sweet potato pie with chicken and biscuits, my oh my, and let me live beneath the Dixie sky. So ring, 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 oh ring the bells in Dixieland.
And as the bells ring out in Dixieland with the Gentleman's Agreement, another convention comes to a close. Time to get home, get some sleep, and then start planning for 1972 in Atlanta, where it'll be hospitality Southern style.